The following Zoom session is being recorded and will appear later today on my YouTube channel, Math with Mayo. Therefore, when you participate in the Zoom meeting, if you do not wish for your picture or your name to be made public, please leave the video off and use an alias name. If you have questions during the meeting but do not wish to speak, email me at bmail@ybcc.edu and I'll respond as soon as I can. So today we continue our review for the final exam. And so we're going to take a look at chapter 3 today. And so let's go ahead and get started. There we go. All right. So this is problem number 1. It says, is the ordered pair 1, -1 a solution of 5x minus 4y equals 9? So let's take the equation 5x minus 4y equals 9, and let's plug in the ordered pair 1, -1. So 1 goes in the place of x, and -1 goes in the place of y. We get 5 times 1 minus 4 times -1 equals 9. 5 times 1 is 5. Minus 4 times -1 is plus 4. 5 plus 4 equals 9. 9 equals 9. So yes, this is a solution. And there we go. And it says it's correct. And here comes the clock we'll get rid of again. And we'll move on to problem number 2. Complete the table of solutions for the linear equation x plus 4y equals 6. All right, so first of all, we've got this. So if x is 10, 10 plus 4y equals, let's see, is that right? 10 plus 4y equals 6. Subtracting 10 from both sides, 4y equals -4. Divide both sides by 4, y equals -1. So the ordered pair would be 10, -1. Then if y is 7, we've got x plus 4 times 7 equals 6. X plus 28 equals 6. Subtract 28 from both sides, x equals -22. So our second ordered pair is -22, 7. So now, let's see here, I'm going to put in a -1 and a -22. And here I'll put in 10, space, -1. And here, -22, space 7. Let's see here. I think I've got everything the way I want it there. All right. Let's take a look at problem number 3. Here. There we go. What are the x and y intercepts of the graph of 2x minus 3y equals 6? Well, to find the x-intercept, we set y equal to 0. To find the y-intercept, we set x equal to 0. If y is 0, we get 2x minus 3 times 0 equals 6. 2x minus 0 equals 6. 2x equals 6. Divide both sides by 2. X equals 3. If x is 0, 2 times 0 minus 3y equals 6. 0 minus 3y equals 6. -3y equals 6. Divide both sides by -3. Y equals -2. So the x-intercept is when y equals 0. So that would be the ordered pair 3, space 0. For the y-intercept, x is 0, 0, space -2. And let's see what happens there. All righty. Let's take a look at problem number 4. Graph 4x plus 8y equals -24. It doesn't say whether to find X and Y intercepts or just random ordered pairs or whatever. I'm going to go ahead and find the X and Y intercepts. So basically, I'm going to do the same thing I did a minute ago, but graph it rather than just find the ordered pairs. So if Y is 0, I get 4X plus 8 times 0 equals negative 24. 4X plus 0 equals negative 24. 4X equals negative 24. Divide both sides by 4. X equals negative 6. If X is 0, 4 times 0 plus 8Y equals negative 24. 0 plus 8Y equals negative 24. 8Y equals negative 24. Divide both sides by 8. Y equals negative 3. Okay, now, what am I graphing? Am I graphing points? No. A parabola? No. A circle? No. I'm graphing a line. A line, not a ray or a line segment. So I need to click on this line until it turns blue. Then I'm going to plot just these two ordered pairs. My scale is at each square is 1 unit. Negative 6, 0 is right there. 0, negative 3 is right there. And there's my line. I'm going to come over here and verify that my ordered pairs are correct. And they are. So we should be good to go. All righty. Number 5 coming up. Write the equation of a vertical line that passes through the point 8, 2. One of those items you're supposed to know from chapter 3 is that the equation of a vertical line is in the form of x equals a number. Well, the number here is 8, so the equation should be x equals 8. All right. Going on to problem number 6. Write an equation of a line with a given characteristics. This one is horizontal and passes through the point 7, negative 3. Well, the horizontal line is in the form y equals a number. So that would have to be y equals negative 3. So over here, we put in y equals negative 3. So again, the equation of a vertical line is x equals a constant. The equation of a horizontal line is y equals a constant. Number 7, find the slope m of the line passing through the given points. Negative 6, 1 and 1, negative 6. The slope formula is m equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. I'm going to call this point 1 and this point 2. So y sub 2 is the y value for point 2, which is negative 6. Y sub 1 is the y value for point 1, so the value is 1. X sub 2 is the x value of point 2, which is 1. And x sub 1 is the x value of point 1, which is negative 6. Negative 6 minus 1 is negative 7. 1 minus negative 6 is 1 plus 6 is 7. Negative 7 over 7 is negative 1. So the slope should be negative 1. All righty. Problem number 8 says, solve the equation for y and then graph it. So 3x plus 8y equals 16. To solve this equation for y, I'll subtract 3x from both sides of the equation. Then I'll divide each piece by 8. So that's slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So what do I know? I know the slope is negative 3/8 and the y-intercept is 2. All right. So how can I graph that with that information? Well, again, I'm graphing a straight line. So I'm going to turn that blue. The y-intercept is 2. So that's what the point 0, 2. So I'm going to plot the point 0, 2. Now, the slope is negative 3/8. From there, I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, and over 8. So my point 0, 2, and then 8, negative 1. And let's see what we get there. Now, I could have also just graphed or found other ordered pairs, but when it's in slope-intercept form, why not take advantage of the slope and the y-intercept? Okay, here comes problem number 9. Find the slope m and y-intercept of the graph x plus 2y equals 6. So basically, we're going to put it in slope-intercept form again. We'll subtract x, 2y equals negative x plus 6. Divide each thing by 2, y equals negative 1/2 x plus 3. Don't forget there's an implied 1 there, so that's where I got that negative 1/2. So the slope is negative 1/2, and the y-intercept is 3. Now, as an ordered pair, it would look like that. So the slope is negative 1/2, and the y-intercept is 0, space 3. All righty. With that, we'll move on to problem number 10. Write an equation of the line with the given slope and y-intercept. Well, the slope is 6 and the y-intercept is negative 3. So y equals mx plus b. Y equals mx plus b. Oh, except that I'm supposed to put in the actual numbers, aren't I? Y equals 6x minus 3. Graph the equation. Well, I know that the y-intercept is at 0, negative 3, and the slope is 6. So from there, I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and over 1. And there you go. Okay, let's take a look at problem number 11. Determine whether the lines through each pair of points are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. Recall, if two lines have the same slope, they are parallel, unless of course they're the same line, but in general they're parallel. If two lines have slopes that are negative reciprocals of each other, they're perpendicular. And if neither of these conditions are met, then it's neither. So let's take the first set of ordered pairs, negative 2, 4, and 6, negative 7. And we'll find the slope. We'll call that 0.1, and 0.2. So we get y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Y sub 2 is negative 7. Y sub 1 is 4. X sub 2 is 6. X sub 1 is negative 2. We get negative 11. over 8. So the first slope is negative 11/8. All right, let's take the second set of ordered pairs, negative 6, 4, and 5, 12. Again, 0.1, 0.2, m equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1. So y sub 2 is 12, y sub 1 is 4, over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. 12 minus 4 is 8. 5 minus negative 6 is 5 plus 6 is 11. Well, they're not the same, so they're not parallel. It looks to me like they're negative reciprocals, so they would be perpendicular. All righty. And over here, number 12, find an equation of the line that passes through the given points. Write the equation in slope-intercept form if possible. Okay, so we've got these 2 points, and we want to have our equation in slope-intercept form if possible. So we need to find the slope and the y-intercept. Well, first of all, let's find the slope. So 0.1 and 0.2, y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Y sub 2 is negative 3, y sub 1 is 9, x sub 2 is negative 2, x sub 1 is 1. Negative 3 minus 9 is negative 12. Negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3. Negative 12 divided by negative 3 is 4. So the slope is 4. So using y equals mx plus b, we're going to take 4 and put it in for the slope. So now we need to get b, or the y-intercept. We can use either one of the original points. I'll use this first point. So x goes in there and y goes in there. So 9 equals 4 times 1 plus b. 9 equals 4 plus b. Subtract 4, b equals 5. So y equals mx plus b. Okay, so y equals 4x plus 5. Y equals 4x plus 5. Submit answer. Okay. Number 13 coming up. Always double check what your work, what numbers you've put in before you click submit. Graph the inequality. Okay, so my inequality is 2x minus 9y greater than 27. So first of all, I'm going to look at the related equation. And then I'm going to find a couple of ordered pairs. I'm going to go ahead and find the x and y intercepts. If y is 0, I get 2x minus 9 times 0 equals 27. 2x minus 0 equals 27. 2x equals 27. Divide by 2x equals 27 halves. Okay. And then if x is 0, 2 times 0 minus 9y equals 27. 0 minus 9y equals 27. Negative 9y equals 27. Divide both sides by negative 9. Y equals negative 3. All right. So those are my 2 ordered pairs. So let's go in here and let's see. We've got 27 halves, which would be what, 13 and a half, 0. So right about there, and 0, negative 3. Okay. So 27 halves, 27 halves, 0, 0, negative 3. Okay, now notice we do not have an equal sign in the original statement. So that means the line is going to be dashed. Okay, now we need to determine which side of the line we're going to graph on, above or below. So we'll pick a test point. Again, that's not on the line. I'm going to pick the origin right there. Okay. And we're going to put that into the original inequality statement. 2 times 0 minus 9 times 0 greater than 27. 0 minus 0 greater than 27. 0 greater than 27. That is false. So we would not shade the side of the line that has the point 0, 0. So instead we would shade the other side. Okay. And let's check that. Okay. And let's see, number 14 is basically the same kind of idea. Number 14, we have x minus y greater than -5. So we'll look at the related equation. X minus y equals -5. I'm going to go ahead and find two ordered pairs. I'll use the X and Y intercepts. The only time I couldn't use both the X and Y intercepts is if the graph goes through the origin, right? Because then you'd get the same ordered pair and you'd have to pick a different one for one of them. All right, if y is 0, x minus 0 equals -5, x equals -5. If x is 0, 0 minus y equals -5, y equals -5. Divide both sides by -1, y equals 5. All right, so again, we're graphing a line. Let's see here, -5, 0, and 0, 5. My ordered pairs are correct. It does not include the equal sign, so it's a dashed line. I need to choose a test point. Again, I'll use 0, 0, since it doesn't lie on that line. Plugging that in here. 0 minus 0 greater than -5, 0 greater than -5, that's true. So this point is part of the solution set. So I'm going to fill here. And there we have that. Okay, and now we've got some function notation. Find each function value. S of x equals the quantity x minus 4 squared. So S of 4, you'd put 4 in the place of x, so you'd get that, which is that, which is that. So that's going to be 0. Okay. Then we've got what? S of -4, which is -4 minus 4, the quantity squared, which is -8, the quantity squared, which is positive 64. Then we've got S of 1, which is 1 minus 4 squared, which is -3, the quantity squared, which is 9. Maybe it would have been better if I'd found all the answers and then gone back. Oh, well. And then S of 14 is 14 minus 4, the quantity squared, which is 10 squared, which is 100. So here we've got 100. And let's see. 10 squared, 9, 64, 0. Okay. All righty. Then it says graph the function. Well, so this function, number 16, f of x equals 1/2 x minus 2. That's in slope-intercept form. So the slope is 1/2. The y-intercept is -2. So I've got the ordered pair, 0, -2. And then from there, I'm going to go up 1 and over 2. There's my y-intercept. And again, the slope is 1/2. And so that should be all I need. Now, again, I could, plug in x values and find y, but this would be the easiest way since it's already in slope-intercept form. All righty. Well, that's all I have for this. So, Karina, is there anything else you'd like to look at today?
I think that's it.
All righty.
I think I didn't really have too much trouble with this section. It was the other sections.
Yeah, okay. Well, tomorrow we'll come back and take a look at chapter 4. I'll go ahead and stop the recording.